Am I audible, guys? Just want to look whether I am audible. So finally, we are on the most interesting session on Q&A of the present practicing trends in pandemic 2020. So today it will be just a summarize of all the, I'll say, all the instructions, guidelines, my sessions, other fraternity sessions, and whatever it is. There's a brief sum up in the form of Q&A, so that all the protocols are perfectly stuck in our brain and we are able to follow every step, because we can't miss even single step when we practice. As on a daily basis, we get a lot of reviews of people practicing, a lot of struggle, a lot of problems, a lot of issues are there, but still our main concern is our health and our patient's health and prevention of cross contamination. So guys, if you are with me, say hi in the comment box so that I can start the session. Lovely, guys. So I'll just start the session. Those who want to join, they'll join, and later on they can watch the video. So with this end of the week, I'm focusing on the Q&A session, and even if a single person is there, just try to comment so that we can interact on the basis of your answer. So my focus of this Q&A session is more of an interactive session, because in almost all the sessions I am speaking and you guys are just listening, and I want you to interact. How to interact? Just comment in the comment box. So again, the more we will listen the same knowledge in different forms, our brain is better able to store and apply the same. So what I have felt, those who are starting new, for them anything which we start new, we face few difficulties, and that becomes easy for us. For them it would be great, and we being old practitioners with lot of protocols being added, it is always difficult to unlearn and relearn. And the ones who are bold enough, they will start the things in a great way. सो फर्स्ट, ये तो सारी सब लोगों को क्लियर है. जस्ट आई ऑलवेज स्टार्ट विद द वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन की, गाइज, what is the zone in which we can operate? Just write C for containment, R for red zone, and O and G for orange and green zone. मतलब पहला Q&A सेशन में मैं जस्ट डिस्कस करना चाहता हूँ. जस्ट आई वांट टू सी योर एनर्जी इन द कमेंट बॉक्स कि now with the protocols which we need to follow, but the main important part is that in which zone your clinic lies and whether you can operate your clinic or not. कौन से zone में we can freely operate. Write C for containment, R for red, O for orange, G for green. Guys, always start with the simplest part. Okay, I want energy in the comment box. I'm waiting. Finally, I saw in comment. Yeah, orange zone. Okay, orange zone and green zone. Yeah, we can also practice in R zone, that is red zone, especially for the emergency cases. And totally avoid practicing in containment zone, depending upon your zone of practice. Similar applies to, I'll say, the patients who are in containment zone. Avoid doing. Try to go for prescriptions, that too, I'll say digital prescriptions. Red zone only emergency cases which definitely requires some management. In orange and green zones, you are lucky enough, you can practice, that too taking utmost care for the emergency and the urgent cases. Next, direct screening. Yeah. Now moving on to the protocols में Q&A सेशन में पहला मेरा Q&A सेशन में my simple question was कि where we can practice. Now the next question is what is the preference of screening, either direct screening or first or telecommunication. Just write direct screening for D and for T for telecommunication. मतलब for screening a patient, would you prefer to do a direct screening or you would prefer to go for a telecommunication? T for telecommunication, D for direct screening. I'm waiting for the answers, and as there is some delay, I can't see. मतलब for example, a patient wants a visit to your clinic. See, if he is entering directly, now what you can do on the gate, you can put a notice regarding telecommunication, if you prefer that first, or direct screening when he enters, and just by following basic history from your reception itself, you allow the patient to do the screening. What is the preference? Direct screening. Okay. First go for T. If safe, then D. Yeah. I agree to you, Dr. Satish. Yeah. तो डायरेक्ट स्क्रीनिंग ना थोड़ा अनसेफ है. It's always better to do telecommunication. I'll tell you what to do in telecommunication. First and foremost, the key is avoid direct screening of a patient. पहली बात तो हमें एक क्राइटेरिया दे रखा है कि इमरजेंसी और अर्जेंट पेशेंट्स में करना है. ठीक है, इमरजेंसी और अर्जेंट हमने बहुत डिटेल में लास्ट सेशन में डिस्कस किया था. ठीक है, तो उसका कोई क्वेरी होना ही नहीं चाहिए. अगर है तो यू कैन सी माई अर्लियर सेशन. टेलीकम्युनिकेशन इज ऑलवेज सेफ बिकॉज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आर अवेयर from where the patient is coming. Very important. You can ask all the history about COVID-19 and other related issues, his medical history also, his age also, everything through telecommunication. So you are aware who is the patient, from where he is coming, what is his medical status, because you won't prefer doing a immunocompromised patient to do a procedure. And my tip which I gave, if you are planning to do a immunocompromised patient or a old patient, always prefer for morning appointments. Okay guys, very important. Why morning appointments? Your morning appointment, your operatory is free of germs. I'll say best virgin environment is there, so prefer this patient, and followed by follow all the protocols necessary for the next patient. So इससे क्या होगा, it will be very easy to give a preference to the patient who needs the treatment first, and second and important is accordingly you can manage. So I think you guys agree. Telecommunication, what to ask, I have already mentioned. तो सबसे पहले आप क्या, आप, because the patient would have called you because he must be in pain or some problem would be there, so first you will categorize emergency है, urgent है. Okay. तो ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री ले ली हमने अच्छे से. पेशेंट इस जैसी आप पेशेंट की जो प्रॉब्लम से आप पहले जब उससे टेलीकम्युनिकेशन करोगे, इट विल बी वेरी बेनिफिशियल बिकॉज द पेशेंट वुड बी फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वेरी सेटिस्फाइड कि हाँ you have listened his chief complaint. Then you can followed by ask for the COVID-19 fever, cough, other things and his areas. What I prefer, first connect with the patient, create a empathy, emotional connect develop करो उसकी chief complaint पूछ के, जैसे उसको लगे कि हाँ you are concerned, then you can follow all the steps which we need to ask from the patient. Okay, area, what is the chief complaint, early history of treatment, whatever it is. if it is your old patient, well and good. You just need to ask for the treatment which happened before. Is it okay? Then you can follow with the all the communication, and then you can categorize when to call the patient. Okay, calling the patient at the right time is very important. Okay, you don't want any clusters of two, not even two patients at the same time. So telecommunication will work wonder if you follow this protocol in your every patient, and the recall appointment also. Tell your patient कि if you have given an appointment at 3 o'clock, tell him to call 10 minutes before 3, so that before he comes, the patient and the doctor's clinic is sure enough that he can come when it is free. Okay, तो आप करो ना करो, पेशेंट को बोलो कि वो कॉल करे, तो ये दिस will help you a lot. Okay, sometimes you may miss calling him. At least the patient who must be free in his home or from where he is coming, he must be, I'll say, sure enough to call you. सो सेकेंड इज, अब हमारा टेलीकम्युनिकेशन हमें पता लग गया ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, इतनी सारी चीजें हमें पूछनी है, और फोन पे आप फ्रीली, टेंशन फ्री, विदाउट मास्क सारी हिस्ट्री ले सकते हो. ठीक है, एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली एज पर योर शेड्यूल, एज पर योर क्लिनिक टाइमिंग्स एंड ऑल, यू कैन शेड्यूल द अपॉइंटमेंट. बस मेरा एक टिप, एक क्लिनिकल ये था कि ऑलवेज कॉल old patients or immunocompromised patients in the morning appointment where the operator is clean, or I'll say best for working. ठीक है. Next is what posters to apply on the corridors, clinical gate and reception. Guys, I have discussed कि you need to apply posters on corridors. जो एक, for example, those people have their clinics in a building, so obviously the staircases and all the corridors would be there, and clinic gate. What are the posters you should apply? जस्ट मेंशन हैंड हाइजीन हो गया, जैसे सेफ डिस्टेंसिंग हो गया, मास्क के बारे में कुछ डिस्क्रिप्शन हो गया, एक छोटा सा लाइन हो गया कि व्हेन यू आर कमिंग टू अ क्लिनिक, फॉलो ऑल द हाइजीन इंस्ट्रक्शंस, hygienic instructions for hand hygiene, mouth mask, and very important, you can add ki rinse your mouth and come, either with water also is good enough, because once he is coming to your clinic, if he rinse with water also, 70% of germs clean up हो जाते हैं. Studies have shown if he rinse by water और simple water, अगर माउथ रिंस कराएं, ओरल रिंस कराएं, तो 70% ऑफ जर्म्स एलिमिनेट हो जाते हैं. तो इट्स ग्रेट. So if the patient is coming to your clinic and already you have given instructions in telecommunication, and also you have mentioned in the corridors or clinic gate, so it would be great enough. The patient would be aware enough कि where he is entering, he has to follow all the protocols. एक तो हमें पता है, everybody knows, हर किसी को फोन कॉल करो तो इंस्ट्रक्शंस आ जाते हैं, बट स्टिल अगर वो पोस्टर्स होंगे ना उस मोमेंट की, when he is coming to your clinic, awareness would be very high. So he'll be very cautious to not to touch different areas, to follow all hygienic instructions, to do at least a water mouth rinse from his mouth and come to the clinic. So these things are very important. Yeah, right. Dr. Neeraj, please maintain distance. Great. And few more instructions which I have added, you can see. And one thing I just made now what to add to my clinic instructions. Okay, I'll add more. Okay. Now, if you see this slide, so which I have planned to put on my clinic page. So इसमें I have written welcome, and then I have mentioned we care for you. So always show care first, okay, followed by all the A to Z questions which you need to ask. Please follow the instructions before entering. This you can write in Hindi, Punjabi, whatever, or Gujarati, whatever language suits your place, okay. Just as you mentioned, welcome, we care for you, the patient would be 20 to 25% relieved, okay, ki haan, the doctor is caring. Second, tell him to follow the instructions, that to take a prior telephonic conversation on this number. ठीक है, write your numbers. If now two things are there, okay. If he's entering your clinic when you are not in the clinic, then also it will be helpful. And when you are inside the clinic and doing some patient, that time it will be helpful. So you can write your personal number and clinic number, and obviously patient before entering will give you a call, either standing in the corridor or wherever he is. He'll just give you a call. In that call, you can have a telephonic conversation, a 3 to 4 minutes telephonic conversation, which will give full details of the patient. And then the call, obviously, you'll call back so that he doesn't feel that if the phone, the number isn't picked up, he'll enter the clinic. Okay, it's always better to inform before only, and also mention the reason. Just mention the reason. Ki this telephonic conversation will ensure that you know about the patient in advance and you can take best care to help him. So these instructions, I think, in your regional language or in English, Hindi, whatever language it is, it will make sure that patient is aware that he has to call and come first of all, and you will get an idea of the patient who is entering your clinic is right candidate to work on. Okay? So selection of patient is very important. And before that, a telecommunication will play a very strong role so that before patient enters to your clinic, you know the patient in advance. Okay. So this way, I think you can do as I have thought. You can also put your ideas also. So these are the things. Okay. So posters, I think it is clear, rightly said by Dr. Neeraj about social distancing. I'll put hand hygiene, focus on hand hygiene, and also I would like to add focus on mask. Mask very important. Now we being surgeons, we have a good knowledge about mask कि जो surgical mask हम लोग पहन रहे हैं, we know we have to wear for only single patient or up to 6 hours. Okay, it's a surgical mask. It can't be reused. We just need to discard. We have to communicate regarding the mask to our precious patients that if they're using this surgical mask, don't wear for longer time. We need to discard it. And then very important, if they want to reuse the mask, it's better to use a cloth mask. क्लॉथ मास्क में एक फायदा होता है, उसको हम वॉश कर सकते हैं एंड देन यू कैन रीयूज. सो नॉर्मल जो जनरल पॉपुलेशन है, जनरल पब्लिक है, they can we can advise them to use a normal cloth mask or even a hanky would work enough. Okay, work good. So that they don't use this surgical mask, and if they're using a surgical mask, they're aware. जो हम 2 ply 3 ply यूज करते हैं उसको सर्जिकल मास्क कहते हैं, and they're aware, well aware that they need to discard after few hours of use. ठीक है. तो ये थिंग इफ यू विल गिव दिस स्मॉल इंस्ट्रक्शंस ना, because I can see a lot of posters on hand hygiene, social distancing, what to do, what not to do. So many things are there. Nobody is telling about mask. Everybody is telling, huh, you have to wear mask, but which mask to wear, what is useful, there is nobody is telling. Okay. So I would like to share one more thing regarding the mask. Now a lot of practitioners who have started their practice are sharing this information. I would like to add कि जब हम मास्क पहन रहे हैं ना, if we are alone, for example, while we are driving, or when we are alone in an, I'll say, in our home or wherever, they prefer to remove the mask, because when we wear the mask, lot of oxygen supply is being depleted which we are inhaling. ठीक है. जब आप प्रोसीजर कर रहे हो या फिर पब्लिक में, तब मास्क पहनो. जब आप अकेले हो तो अवॉइड मास्क, बिकॉज लेट द फ्रेश एयर कम. मतलब you should be able to breathe the fresh air also, because as we being professional, we have to wear mask for lot of long duration. So what is happening, we are ultimately inhaling the exhaled carbon dioxide. तो hypercapnia हो रहा है, lot of oxygen deprivation is there. So those people who are allergic, asthmatic, they will suffer and people may turn into these problems. Okay, तो हम जो dental practitioners हैं, at least we must be aware that we should help the people to share this knowledge and also take care of ourselves to not to wear the mask where it is not needed. ठीक है. This point is very very important, guys. So moving on to another slide, care for the reception and entrance. So can you just elaborate anything what you need to take care for the entrance and reception? Entrance का तो मैंने बता दिया. Entrance gate पे एक notice लगा दोगे जिसमें just share a care to the patient, that is empathy. Then you share the instructions, that is just do a phone call with your number, followed by कि this will ensure you to take more care for the patient who is coming, and then thank you message. तो इन दिस वे आपको एंट्रेंस का आइडिया लग गया ना, रिसेप्शन में क्या केयर आपको लेना चाहिए. दैट इज नाउ द पेशेंट हैज एंटर्ड, व्हाट of the reception area, what instructions you should put on the reception area, what instructions you should give to the reception people. Can you just mention in very small? ठीक है, तो आपको रिसेप्शन एरिया में क्या क्या फोकस करना है गाइस. ठीक है, स्टाफ को आपने इन्फॉर्म कर दिया है. वेटिंग एरिया में क्या चेंजेस रखने हैं, क्या एडिशनल आपको रखना है, क्या चीज आपको हटानी है अपने रिसेप्शन से. If you have any point or in line, please mention in the comment so that or I can move on to the next slide when I'm aware कि हाँ you guys know everything. Guys, please mention on the comment box regarding care to the reception. What changes you should do in your reception so that patient entering your reception area is aware what he has to do in the reception and in the operatory. And secondly, what add-ons you will put in your reception in the present pandemic, or you must eliminate many things from the reception areas which may act as a fomite. Very important. Magazines, books, etc. should be removed. Yeah, very good. ये magazines, books or whatever things which are there in the reception, okay, in which the patient who is entering your clinic may touch, it may act as a fomite for cross contamination. So you need to remove. Yes, very well said. Ask for patient not to touch anything. Yeah. तो ये कॉरिडोर वाला, गेट वाला और जो अपना टेलीकम्युनिकेशन है, इसमें यही आपको बताना है कि आप क्लिनिक में आओगे तो एटलीस्ट वाटर से रिंस करके आओगे, हो सके तो ब्रश कर लेना, आपको ध्यान रखना है आप और चीजें टच ना करो. और जैसे ही आप एंटर करोगे रिसेप्शन एरिया में, डू अ हैंड सैनिटाइजेशन. तो यू नीड टू कीप अ सेल्फ डिस्पेंसिंग हैंड सैनिटाइजर. ओके, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एज ही एंटर्स, फर्स्ट स्टेप इज he should sanitize his hands, and very important, he should enter the clinic while wearing a mask. अब बहुत जरूरी है, this you have to mention because some people will come without mask, or the mask is, I think, very in a very bad condition or half weared, half removed. So you have to tell this in telecommunication also, and also put posters in the reception area or in the entrance areas or in the corridor areas, so that's what I'm telling कि जब patient enter करेगा उसको पहले ही माहौल का पता हो. तो पहले से ही अगर इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए जाते हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल ट्रैफिक सिग्नल के, या कहीं भी आप कहीं रोड सिग्नल्स देख रहे हो, आपको कहीं भी चीजों की सिग्नलिंग पहले ही दी जाती है, तो यू आर बेटर एबल टू फॉलो. दो यू मस्ट बी नोइंग, द पेशेंट मस्ट बी नोइंग, बट वी हैव टू पुट सम सिग्नल्स. ओके, प्रॉपर वेंटिलेटेड रिसेप्शन एरिया, या वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो वी आर ब्लेस्ड दैट आवर रिसेप्शन एरिया हैज अ डोर. ठीक है, तो इफ द रिसेप्शन, द ऑपरेटरी इज वेरी फार, यू कैन जस्ट पुट अ बिग एग्जॉस्ट. और ऑब्वियसली रिसेप्शन में थोड़ा वेंटिलेशन होगा क्योंकि डोर है, तो एयर वेंटिलेशन अच्छा होने का चांसेस है. तो दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. यस, the next is I'm planning for plastic gloves once the patient enters, head cap, shoe cover. Yeah, great. तो रिसेप्शन एरिया पे फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट जो चीज हटानी है, डॉक्टर सतीश हैज मेंशन्ड वेरी वेल. सेकंड चीज which is very important is instructions of the posters in the reception area. Okay, sanitizer dispensing system हो गया. Okay, second, yeah, when the patient enters, I'll say you can add one more thing. That is first encounter हुआ patient का आपके क्लिनिक में, उसने हैंड सैनिटाइजर करा, आपके रिसेप्शन स्टाफ को यू विल इंस्ट्रक्ट टू यूज एन आईआर थर्मोमीटर. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आईआर थर्मोमीटर से उसको आप टेम्परेचर एग्जामिन करेंगे. दो आई थिंक it won't play a very big role because nowadays lot of carriers are there which are completely asymptomatic and they may come to your clinic because we all know COVID-19 जिसको होगा, जिसको फीवर होगा, वो खुद घर से नहीं निकलेगा. वो लोग निकलेंगे जिनको पता नहीं है या फिर एसिम्प्टोमेटिक कैरियर है. ठीक है, बट स्टिल यू नीड टू फॉलो दिस प्रोटोकॉल टू नो कि बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ फीवर्स मे अकर अदर देन COVID-19 आल्सो. वी आर अवेयर दैट अ पेशेंट का उस टाइम इम्यून स्टेटस कैसा है. So obviously we will avoid, if you see the temperature higher than the normal range, you will obviously or you will delay the procedure. Okay. Next thing, very important. Okay. Up now, we can also add pulp oximetry. Pulp oximeter use कर सकते हैं. वो partial pressure of oxygen बताएगा. Normally 95 to 100 होता है. Now few cases have been reported as low as 50%. Okay, I don't know how we can survive as at 50% PP. It's very difficult. But those patients would be, I think, in a very bad stage of COVID-19. So obviously, this patient won't come because उनका immunity खुद इतना weak होगा. But still, if we follow these instructions, will help us to know the present condition. That's it. Hand sanitation कराया. Very important. जब hand sanitation कराएंगे, पेशेंट से कहेंगे अपना मास्क रिमूव करके अपने पॉकेट में रख ले. ठीक है. डू अगेन हैंड सैनिटाइजेशन. Give a fresh mask to him, very important. Give a head cap to him, very important. Give a shoe cover to him to cover, and also give a glove. ठीक है. Give a glove. Okay. We know there is a scarcity of surgical gloves or other gloves, but still do plan something to give a glove, a protective covering to his hand, because tendency of touching different areas of the clinic would be very high, and we don't want he touches these things. Okay. And very important, you can add a drape or gown. Now two scenarios are there. Either you can buy those surgical gown which comes around 100 to 150 rupees each, और व्हाट आई वुड लाइक कि आपके पास अगर वॉशेबल ड्रेप्स हो या सैनिटाइज प्लास्टिक ड्रेप्स हो, you can allow your associated staff or assistants or reception guy to put that drape in the reception area itself, so that वो जब आपके ऑपरेटरी में एंटर हुआ उसको ड्रेप लगा होगा. अगर गाउन पहना सकते हो, वेल एंड गुड. ये सारी चीज इंस्ट्रक्ट करेगी when he enters the operatory. If he touches any areas or if he exhale inhales, he has a fresh mask, he has a head cap, because hair can act as a very strong fomite, and his clothes also, if possible, should be covered. तो ये सारे instructions will help us a lot. तो फर्स्ट एनकाउंटर जो होगा रिसेप्शन में, ये चीज कर लो. 5 मिनट लगते हैं मैक्सिमम. दैट्स इट. बट present practice में we are seeing a lot of cases people getting affected because I'll say एक single patient if comes a carrier और कहीं ना कहीं वो contagious कर देता है आपके operatory को या फिर reception को, the cross contamination or encounter to your reception assistant or other staff could take place. Okay, so these instructions are very important. Next is, okay, now I just want to ask a simple question. After a lot of discussions, do you feel COVID-19 consent is necessary or not? Okay, one comment has been added. We can add plastic poly gloves. Okay, I didn't knew. Okay, plastic poly gloves. Okay, I think it must be cheaper also, and yeah, it would be better. We can dispose it off also, because if we are giving us surgical gloves, obviously they're expensive also, and these are of no use once the patient wears it. So, poly gloves will work great. Now, guys, I just want to ask, COVID-19 का consent का बहुत बड़ा एक ऐसे propaganda हुआ था about what is the COVID-19 consent, how we should fill, or what are the instructions to be filled. Now, with a lot of instructions, I got it. I understood that transparent plastic polythene wala. I got it. So, guys, I am asking you whether COVID-19 consent is necessary or not. क्या COVID-19 का कंसेंट फॉर्म हमें चाहिए नहीं चाहिए आज की प्रैक्टिस सिनेरियो में? आई एम आस्किंग यू. Write Y for yes and N for no. Fast commenting so that I can proceed. A lot of slides to share. Dr. Neha, you can enter Y or N according to your knowledge. Okay, received a yes and no both answer from Dr. Satish. I can proceed. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I just want to update you, though I updated in my earlier session also. 4-5 days back, I'll say last week, there was a medical legal lawyer who gave who shared a video in which he wrote that COVID-19 consent will not help you in any way if a patient goes for a medical legal case that he has suffered from from the COVID-19 disease from your clinic. Okay, COVID-19 consent इसके लिए तो सही है फॉर क्वेश्चन ओके, अगर आपको पेशेंट से क्वेश्चन पूछने हैं तो कोविड 19 का कंसेंट में क्वेश्चन है बहुत अच्छा, दैट इज ओके, बट साइन कराना है या नहीं कराना वोंट गिव आई से help, because if the patient suffers from COVID-19 after entering your clinic, and if if he puts a blame on you he got the infection from the clinic, so the law for medical practitioners, dentists have been good for us in a way that uh, we are protected against any blame by our patients or any public person who is telling that he got the infection from our clinic, because क्योंकि जब हमारा पेशेंट क्लिनिक पे आया उसके बाद वो कहीं भी जा सकता है और उससे पहले भी कहीं भी गया हो वो, तो इट इज नॉट वैलिड इनफ दैट द पेशेंट आपके ऊपर ब्लेम करेगा। तो अपने जो डेंटल प्रोफेशनल्स और मेडिकल प्रोफेशनल्स आर सेफ इनफ फ्रॉम द लॉ, from the court, that nobody can put blame. If he puts blame also, so no action will be taken care of. So if you want to fill the form, it's okay, but if you don't fill, then it is also okay, but utmost care is important. PP kit and all things and all you should have, and they mentioned कि आपके पास PP kit वगैरह है, आप उसका रिसिप्ट रख लो just to show कि हाँ you are following all the protocols, that's it. तो कोविड 19 का कंसर्न का ज्यादा इशू नहीं है, अगर आप लेते हो ठीक है, नहीं भी लेते हो तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, हाँ बट सारे प्रोटोकॉल्स फॉलो करो, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो नाउ अब फर्स्ट एनकाउंटर हो गया, आपने सारे प्रोटोकॉल्स फॉलो कर लिए, पेशेंट को सारी प्रोटेक्टिव कवरिंग दे दी। नेक्स्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, आई से utmost important, before asking the patient to remove the mask, now you are sure enough the mask is clean कि आपने अपने क्लिनिक से एक सर्जिकल मास्क दिया पेशेंट को, ओके तो पेशेंट अगर मास्क पे हाथ भी लगाता है तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। नाउ बिफोर आस्किंग द पेशेंट टू रिमूव हिज मास्क, ओके, इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू डू वन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप, ये स्टेप करने का ही है, ठीक है। तो व्हाट इज दैट इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेप? इन ओरल स्क्रीनिंग, दैट इज ओरल एग्जामिनेशन से पहले एक स्टेप करना है बहुत जरूरी, अपने पेशेंट से करवाना है वो स्टेप, विच विल इंश्योर that if he exhales also while doing an examination from his mouth, the probability of getting any spread is as low as possible. So guys, share this important step which we need to take care when the patient enters our clinic into the operatory area. One instruction you need to follow, which is very very important, before asking him to remove his mask and open his mouth. एक step बहुत जरूरी है, I want you to write in the comment box, simple step है, just mention it so that I feel you guys are following all the protocols. 0.5% povidone iodine. Okay. Mouth rinse for 60 seconds followed by chlorhexidine. Yeah. See, if you follow this protocol ना, this double rinsing protocol, किसी भी पेशेंट को एग्जामिन करने से पहले अगर आपने ये डबल रिंसिंग प्रोटोकॉल मेंशन कर लिया, मतलब आपने फॉलो कर लिया जो डॉक्टर नीरज ने मेंशन किया है, then it's great because studies have shown कि chlorhexidine 0.2% has worked great and 0.5%, अब दो इसका रेंजेस है, एक 5% आ रहा है पोविडीन आइडिन और एक 0.5%, तो एक V by V है, एक V by W ऐसे कुछ करके है. तो गाइस दिस इज फाइन, ओके, यू कैन डू दिस पोविडीन आइडिन. तो इससे क्या होगा कि ओरल जो जर्म्स हैं या ओरल जो भी वायरसेस बैक्टीरियाज हैं वुड बी रिड्यूस टू अ ग्रेट एक्सटेंट और ऑलमोस्ट आई विल से. अगर आपने डबल रिंस, तो व्हाट आई से, व्हेन यू आर डूइंग अ चेकअप, एक पोविडीन आइडिन का रिंस कर लो. इफ यू फील दैट you have to perform any procedure, then do one more rinse with chlorhexidine or the povidone iodine again. So this is the protocol which you can follow and it's very simple. Next is doctors equipped with it. Obviously in the operatory before the patient is entering or sitting on the chair or while he's rinsing, the doctor should be equipped well enough with his PPE kit. तो पर्सनल प्रोटेक्शन गियर में क्या क्या होगा? पर्सनल प्रोटेक्शन गियर में आपका गाउन होगा, आपका ग्लव होगा, आपका आईवेयर होगा, आपका फेस शील्ड होगा, हेड कैप होगा, शू कवर होगा, सब कुछ होगा. तो आफ्टर गेटिंग पैक्ड इन दिस पीपी किट, नाउ यू कैन एग्जामिन द पेशेंट. यू कैन आस्क द पेशेंट टू ओपन हिज माउथ एंड फॉलो द जनरल डेंटल एग्जामिनेशन. तो केयर ऑफ द डेंटल चेयर, ऑब्वियसली इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट कि जहां जहां आपके हाथ लगते हैं डेंटल चेयर पे वहां एक प्लास्टिक रैपिंग्स हो, so that you can dispose it off after every patient. And very important, you should have an assistant or a staff for doing this adjustment and you are just focusing on the instruments and patient's mouth. If this can be followed, it would be great. One more care I would like to add. Yeah, spittoon. It's a very lot of I'll say people are having arguments whether to use spittoon or not. ठीक है? So spittoon as lies just adjacent to the sitting area of the patient. If he uses spittoon, so chances of splatter is very high. So two ways are there. Either you avoid the spittoon, cover it, remove it first. Or second, if the patient wants to rinse, for example, आपको माउथवॉश कराया और पेशेंट को स्पिट करना है स्पिटून में, instruct the patient before that you have to spit very slowly rather than in a fast flush from his mouth. Just spit very slowly and give a disposable tissue so that he can wipe his face and put in the, I'll say, yellow bin. ठीक है? अगर आप स्पिटून अवॉइड करोगे तो कंप्लीटली अवॉइड करो. अगर यूज कर रहे हो फॉर एग्जांपल, तो you have to instruct the patient and he should not use the spittoon again. Keep it for just for, I'll say, rinsing with the antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral oral rinse, that's it. And very important, which I would like to follow, don't use dry spittoon first. Before the patient is spitting on the spittoon, make it wet. उसको जो spittoon का washer होता है, on it on, and when he spits again wash it off. मतलब before he spits the spittoon should be wet enough and after he spits the spittoon should be washed. That's it. ये clear है. उसके बाद don't use the spittoon guys. In between the treatment अगर spit करेगा तो फिर फायदा नहीं है. The chances of splattering is very high. And what I'll say, put 1% hypocos spray भी करवा दो अपने असिस्टेंट से. That's it. तो ये चेयर पे मॉडिफिकेशन करनी है, प्लास्टिक रैपिंग्स और स्पिटून का जो मैंने आपको बताया, according to your I'll say ease. If you don't have a wash basin near to the operatory or you have in somewhere else, or you don't want the patient to spit in the common wash basin, so you can just use the spittoon in this manner how I have explained. Next, now the patient removes the mask. Okay, first there are 2 points you need to take care. Okay, so now as he is removing the mask, what he should do, and second, I think you should take care 2 points. Okay, if anything comes in your mind, what you should take care. The patient is now removing the mask. what are the points you need to take care? जैसे उसने रिंस कर लिया, सब कुछ कर लिया, ही इज सिटिंग इन द पेशेंट विद अगेन ही इज वेयरिंग अ मास्क. ऑब्वियसली व्हेन यू टेक हिस्ट्री ऑफ द पेशेंट, ओके, एक तो आपने टेलीकम्युनिकेशन ले लिया, उसके बाद पेशेंट आएगा, फिर से छोटे से इंस्ट्रक्शंस उससे पूछोगे, उसको बताओगे. जब भी कम्युनिकेशन कर रहे हो, पेशेंट ने मास्क पहना हुआ है, एंड नाउ व्हेन ही रिमूव्स द मास्क, टू स्टेप्स यू नीड टू टेक केयर. Anybody wants to add? I think today also I am only speaking in the Q&A session only. First step would, if anybody wants to add any point, just wait for 10 seconds, okay? What are the steps which you need to take care when the patient removes his mask? Chalo, I'll only explain. First step is that when he removes the mask, he has to keep that mask somewhere securely. Okay, you know your drape is the patient drape which the patient is wearing is sterile and safe, and the patient is also wearing gloves. Tell the patient to put that mask in a pocket in the drape. Very important. अपनी जेब में ना रखे मास्क, फिर वही कंटामिनेशन हो गया, वापस वो पहनेगा, 10 जगह टच करेगा. तो उस ड्रेप में जो आपकी ड्रेप है, जो भी आपकी डिस्पोजेबल प्लास्टिक ड्रेप्स हैं, उसमें पॉकेट होता है, नहीं तो पॉकेट बनवाओ, वहां वो मास्क रखेगा. एंड देन यू शुड वेयर अ फेस शील्ड एंड स्टार्ट विद योर एग्जामिनेशन. सो आफ्टर थॉरो ओरल स्क्रीनिंग, रेडियोग्राफ्स नीडेड है, all the radiographs which are needed you took, and I'll make sure that all the other components other than the chair which you are touching, assistant should help you, or he should take all care of these radiographs and all. And after the radiograph is taken and you are ready for the treatment, okay? Now, as I told, you have to maintain the hygiene. Now, once we do a oral examination, we have tendency of us touching different areas of dental chair. X-rays are very high. अगर आप कर रहे हो तो it is very important to sanitize your hand with gloves with a sanitizer. For example, आपने oral examination करा, जाहिर सी बात है PMT टच करके पेशेंट के माउथ में डाले होंगे. Then you kept the PMT back in the tray. Now the chances are there the same hand you may touch here and there. It's better to sanitize the gloves hands. Okay, gloves को sanitize कर लो, and then you hold the other areas. These are the small things to take care. Okay, very important. What is the step you need to follow once the treatment plan has been decided? अब पेशेंट आ गया, एग्जामिनेशन हो गया, एक्सरे ले लिया, आपने ट्रीटमेंट डिसाइड कर लिया. अब दो ही चीज होगी, या फिर एरोजोल ट्रीटमेंट होगा, नॉन एरोजोल ट्रीटमेंट होगा. नॉन एरोजोल ट्रीटमेंट हुआ जैसे एक्सट्रैक्शन, हैंड स्केलिंग, ठीक है, और आईएनडी या फिर माइनर सर्जिकल प्रोसीजर. एरोजोल ट्रीटमेंट, यू नो, यू हैव टू डू अ कैविटी क्लीनिंग, डू अ रिस्टोरेशन और अ रूट कैनाल एक्सेस ओपनिंग, whatever, or hand I'll say aerosol scaling, just avoid it. So what is the most important step now you need to take care? Now आपका ट्रीटमेंट प्लान डिसाइड हो गया है. अब एक चीज आपको करने का है बिफोर स्टार्टिंग द ट्रीटमेंट. IOPA is recommended or not, guy? See, IOPA is not a problem, okay? Those who are telling it is not recommended, I don't know why they are telling so. Because if we have been allowed to do urgent procedures in which definitely root canal is there, emergency access opening करना पड़ा है, emergency root canal करना पड़ा, बिना IOPA के आप root canal कैसे करोगे डॉक्टर अभिषेक? तो आईओपी में कोई क्रॉस कंटामिनेशन भी नहीं है. आप अपने आरबीजी यूज करते हैं, आरबीजी में आप अपना स्लीव लगाएंगे, यू टेक एक्सरे एंड यू डिस्कार्ड द स्लीव, दैट्स इट. आई डोंट थिंक सो देयर इज एनी क्रॉस कंटामिनेशन. You can take IOPS. Without IOPA, you can't perform so many procedures in dentistry. So performing a blunder is worse than not I'll say not taking an IOPA. So IOPA can be taken, guy. We are taking IOPS. Okay, no issues at all. Because all the procedure which you are doing, you can take care. So what is the thing which you need to take care? Once the treatment plan is decided, now awareness is very high. Okay, now patient is also aware he is visiting a dental clinic where the cross contamination treatment charges would be very high. So now once the treatment plan is decided, you need to discuss a lot of things to the patient, and for that you need to take one very important thing, guys. recommend of 3 layer sleeve. Yeah, Dr. Neeraj, 3 layer sleeve is fine, and I'll say plastic sleeves are good enough. It's not कि जो आरबीजी का स्लीव है, हाँ, if it has a paper coating, I use a totally plastic sleeve. I use and discard. That's it. So I don't feel any chances of cross contamination. And after that also, my RBG is always covered with a plastic wrap, and it is sprayed with a I'd say with isopropyl alcohol. ठीक है. सारे जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स है ना गाइस, डोंट स्प्रे विद 1% hypo or H2O2. That will corrode. Problems will occur. Use alcohol only on electronic items. Very very important. Because 1% hypo और ये आपका हाइड्रोजन peroxide have been advocated in lot of areas, but guys, hypo जो हम use कर रहे हैं, don't use on your items which are sensitive to get corroded. प्लास्टिक पे ठीक है, पर वो आपका कलर छोड़ेगा, आपका प्लास्टिक विल फेड आउट. ओके, ग्लास इज ओके, wiping, mopping, or what I'll say, wipe with hypo, wait for I'll say for few minutes, and wipe again with I'll say isopropyl alcohol. बट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स को हाइपो से यूज नहीं करने का है, वो आपके सारे बहुत सारे आर्मामेंटेरियम को खराब कर देगा. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, आई थिंक nobody is adding it. Okay guys, very important. Consent. Now your general treatment consent is very 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 important. तो आप दो चीज फॉलो कर सकते हो. उस कंसेंट में जो आपका ट्रीटमेंट डिसाइडेड है, वो आप मेंशन करके कंसेंट ले सकते हो. दूसरा, आप जो चार्जेस आपने बोले हैं उसका भी कंसेंट ले सकते हो, बिकॉज द चांसेस आर वेरी हाई, बिकॉज द पेशेंट मे नॉट बी विलिंग फॉर कंप्लीट ट्रीटमेंट कॉस्ट. फॉर दैट टेक अ कंसेंट, सो दैट anything which is in written, you are also sure enough, and patient is also sure enough that there are other treatment charges. And the consent is preferred to be digital. If possible, give a digital consent through softwares. As I explained, I'm using Denti. It has a complete digital prescription consent billing, so it's very easy to practice now. And if not, you can make a Google Doc. You can make a Google Doc. एक Google documents बन रहे हैं, उसमें आप अपना कंसेंट बना के पेशेंट को लिंक भेज सकते हैं, and he can fill it, and then you can proceed it. Otherwise, if you are sure enough the gloves hands are sanitized, you can ask him to sign also. ठीक है. कंसेंट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. कोविड-19 का कंसेंट लिया ना लिया, इससे कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मगर ट्रीटमेंट का कंसेंट जरूर लेना गाइस. अगर कुछ होता भी है फ्यूचर में, तो ट्रीटमेंट का कंसेंट के लिए यू मे गेट फायर्ड. So it's very important. Or you can add charges also. Is it clear, guys? So this is the time you need to take a consent once the treatment plan is decided. Now you are sure enough to do the treatment. Patient is also willing. Go for the treatment. Whatever treatment, aerosol, non-aerosols, because we have to perform aerosol treatment. But the utmost care which we take is very important. For that, I'll tell you what are the steps to get followed. It is very simple. Every day I am upgrading something in my clinic, adding a layer to my cross contamination protocols, and similar things you guys will be doing when you start practicing, or you are practicing. A lot of ideas you will be getting. Keep on implementing these ideas, and one by one you will reach a level in which cross contamination and self contamination would be almost negligible, and that's what we need to practice in this pandemic. चाहे 2-3 पेशेंट करो गाइस दिन में, पर सेफली करो, जैसे रात को चांसेस सो सको, और नेक्स्ट डे अगेन यू कैन फॉलो द प्रैक्टिस. ठीक है. So the next is, very important. Now for example, non-aerosol treatment extraction हुआ, these things you can do आराम से with all the same instructions, all the same procedure, all your skills you can apply well and good. Now for example, you have to perform a clinical procedure in which aerosols are included. What is the shield which you need to apply on the patient's mouth, so that even if he's not wearing a mask and you need to perform a procedure, you have a strong shield, and the patient exhales then also you are safe enough. What is that शील्ड जो आज की डेट में हर किसी को यूज करनी है? जिसने पहले कभी यूज नहीं करा वो भी यूज करेगा, जिसने बहुत टाइम से वो अपने ड्रॉर में रखा हुआ था कि कल यूज करूंगा कल यूज करूंगा, वो भी आज यूज करेगा. What is that shield, guys? Please mention in the comment box. I would love to see your comments. Guys, this is my last session on practice. अगर कोई अपडेट होगा तो 5 मिनट्स का in between my session I'll update. But after that, I think a lot of discussion, and with this Q&A session, I think almost every step will be cleared. And I would love if you guys can add your opinions, like Dr. Neeraj, Dr. Satish are adding their opinions, what they can do, what we can use as an alternative or extra shield which we can use. Okay, so rubber dam, yeah, great. ठीक है, तो रबर डैम इट्स अटमोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट गाइज. बहुत सिंपल सा फंड है. सिंगल टूथ करना है तो सिंपल है रबर डैम लगाना. अगर मल्टीपल टूथ करना है या फिर क्लास 2 करना है, whatever it is, use split dam technique. ठीक है, not using rubber dam is always to use a rubber dam with different techniques rather than not using the rubber dam. So it would be very simple, okay, and start using it daily. For a month you will use, now you will master it, okay, you will get new ideas. And I have taken a very small session on rubber dam, two sessions I have pasted on my YouTube channel also. It has been uploaded, you can see. You can ask queries, या फिर कोई भी आपको टेक्निक में प्रॉब्लम आया, किसी केस में प्रॉब्लम आया, आपका क्लैंप नहीं लगा, आपकी शीट टेयर हो रही है, आप इन्वर्जन ऑफ डैम नहीं कर पा रहे हो, कुछ भी हो, गाइस पुट इन द वर्चुअल केस डिस्कशन ग्रुप है. एक वर्चुअल केस डिस्कशन, VCD, virtual case discussion. It's a group in Facebook only where you can post your all the queries, and we all, it's a very small closed group, especially who are practicing and who want to learn, in which I share cases and other people share cases, in which you can put your queries. तो ये चीज एक होता है कि we see and learn, and the thing is we see, learn, and the problems which we face we relearn from the sharing. So if somebody is active in telling all the steps which you can improve, or what I'll say, any case you damn it, just click a photo and put in this virtual case discussion group. ठीक है, so I've been practicing from 3 weeks. I did almost all procedures in rubber dam. Okay, so now I'll put all the cases which I'm doing in rubber dam in that group, so that you guys also see and you also start posting your cases of you used a rubber dam and then you did the case. This is a strong motivation. ठीक है, तो मैं अपने केसेस के सारे अभी तक जो केसेस करे आई अपलोड टुमारो ऑन दैट वर्चुअल केस डिस्कशन, डिफरेंट केसेस, एंड आई वांट द सेम. एनी केस यू डू, टेक अ फोटो ऑफ यू यूजिंग अ रबर डैम, अपलोड. उसमें एक दो एक्स्ट्रा चीज इफ आई फील कि यू नीड टू करेक्ट, आई विल हेल्प यू आउट, और एनी प्रॉब्लम विच यू फील आई विल ऐड ऑन in that virtual case discussion group. Okay, I think this is the best way we can follow, and this is our daily motivation also to use the rubber dam and also upload the photos of using a rubber dam in that group. I think it would be great. Okay guys, so I'll post my photos and you also post your photos. So what will be the shield? Rubber dam, great. Intraoperatory care, very important. मतलब आप प्रोसीजर कर रहे हो पेशेंट पे और वो एरोजोल प्रोसीजर है, तो उसमें क्या केयर करने का है आपको? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि एरोजोल्स प्रोड्यूस होंगे, जाहिर सी बात है वो स्प्रेड भी होंगे. अब उसको स्प्रेड को रोक तो सकते नहीं है, एक दो तरीके से रोक सकते हैं. एक तो हाई वैक्यूम सक्शन और एक्स्ट्रा ओरल सक्शन. इफ यू हैव बोथ, तो आई से 90% ऑफ एरोजोल्स कंट्रोल हो जाएंगे, बेसिकली ओरल कैविटी से निकलेंगे, डायरेक्टली सक हो जाएंगे. बट 10%, 5% जितने भी रह जाते हैं उनको भी तो कंट्रोल करने का है, बिकॉज अ सिंगल एरोजोल कैन बी अ फोकाई ऑफ इन्फेक्शन. तो what are the instructions you need to follow? Now I want your comments in the comment box. What you have learned from so many sessions, from so many well-known speakers, veteran doctors, which have shared a lot of protocols which you need to follow in your operatory. So according to you, what are the intraoperative protocols? What are the things which you need to add in your operatory room, or which you should follow while doing aerosol procedures? You can comment in the comment box so that I can also share my views after seeing your comments. Guys, I'm waiting. And I would love, Dr. Karan, you also add your point as a surgeon, what we need to take care for the operatory, especially while performing aerosols, or you can also add for extraction any recommendations in the comment box, which would help our listeners to take care, because this video will be uploaded in YouTube also. It will stay on my virtual clinical dentistry page, so a lot of people watch this video later on also. So these comments will help not only the people who are watching now, but also the people who will be watching later. So my community, a lot of people are there, those who watch on the next day. So guys, this would be very helpful. Proper ventilation, yeah. HEPA filter, okay. External suction, okay. Recently, I'll say a video was shared. A video was shared from YouTube, how to make a effective extraoral suction. I think I shared it also. If I didn't share, I'll just share it on this page. तो आप नॉर्मल छोटा सा पाइप लेके भी आई से लो कॉस्ट और नो कॉस्ट एक्सट्राऑरल सक्शन बना सकते हैं. So the video was shared, I think, few days back. If you guys want me to share, just write yes in the comment box, in which आप अपनी normal suction unit को extraoral suction में convert कर सकते हैं in a very simple manner. Ceiling fan should not be used during the procedure. Instead, we can use wall-mounted fan directed away from the patient. Yeah, great, great. Add chlorhexidine in water bottle. Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Abhishek, yeah, rightly said. Dr. Satish, very rightly said. Neeraj Kumar Madan, yeah, you also said very right. Yeah. या जो हमारा वाटर बॉटल है उसमें रिकमेंडेड करा है 0.01% हाइपो. यस, एंड यू कैन आल्सो ऐड क्लोरहेक्सिडीन. गाइस, आई हैव बीन यूजिंग इन द डायरेक्ट वाटर पार्ट, जो हमारा पाइपलाइन है, जो अपना वाटर बॉटल वाला पाइपलाइन से जो पानी आता है 3 वे में और एरोटर में और स्केलर में. आई हैव बीन यूजिंग कंसंट्रेटेड क्लोरहेक्सिडीन. सेप्टोडॉन का आता है कैलिस्पो के नाम से. आई हैव बीन यूजिंग इट सिंस लॉन्ग, आई थिंक मोर देन एन ईयर. So that you can add. ठीक है. Only the problem which I face, lot of that foaming would be there when you'll be performing any procedure. Otherwise, it's okay. 0.01% hypochlorite also works great. Okay. In the last slide, I'll be discussing with you the dilution, because now as we have to prepare 1% hypo and 0.01% hypo, you need to dilute it in a right concentration. Otherwise, a lot of damage can occur through the corrosion effect of this sodium hypochlorite. Instead of PP kit, I'm going to use surgical gown collared with neck with elastic sleeve ends. Yeah, full length gowns. Yeah, you can wear, Dr. Satish. It would be great, but only the care you need to take care. You need to change that gown in every patient. बिकॉज पीपी किट को तो हम सैनिटाइज कर सकते हैं, पर गाउन एक क्लॉथ है, तो यू नीड टू चेंज इट. तो यू शुड कीप एटलीस्ट 4 to 5 of days, and daily you need to change. In every patient you need to change, and it is a smarter option in terms of because after wearing PP kit, we all know what other things. All our inner clothings are almost as if we have taken bath in a rain. ठीक है. It's sweating, guys. We are shedding weight. I think using or wearing PP kits, they know in a week they'll they have shed few kilos just by sweating, guys. I won't how to share my experience. I've been sweating. I've been changing my clinic lowers and then shirts, which I specifically wear in clinics, sometimes 2 to 3 times. So it's been so sweaty. एंड एसी हम ऑन कर सकते हैं गाइस, so don't work without ACs. You can work ACs, only the take care is have a proper ventilation. कैसे? जैसे डॉक्टर सतीश ने मेंशन करा, आप चेयर के पीछे रख सकते हो पेडेस्ट्रियन फैन को. अगर चेयर के पीछे जगह नहीं है, what you can do, you can put a wall ceiling fan, you can put good exhausts. Now many medical practitioners are opening their the main reception gate and the other ventilated gate, that also you can perform. And very important, if there is no provision of ventilation in your operatory, don't worry guys, just buy a HEPA filter or a ion exchanger, that's it. दोनों में से कोई भी चीज बाय करो, that will help you a lot. If you feel the ventilation is poor, I have my HEPA filter just behind my chair. सिंपल सा फंडा है. एक्स्ट्रा ओरल सक्शन और हाई वैक्यूम सक्शन हो तो बेस्ट है, उसके साथ हेपा फिल्टर लगा लिया तो बल्ले बल्ले है. अदरवाइज गुड वेंटिलेशन इज गुड, बट स्टिल आई डाउट रिगार्डिंग गुड वेंटिलेशन, बिकॉज अगर वेंटिलेशन आप कितना भी अच्छा करोगे, वो एरोजोल्स तो एयर में जाएंगे ना, और कहीं ना कहीं वेंटिलेशन कंप्लीटली ओपन तो है नहीं, कहीं ना कहीं वॉल्स पे भी टच होंगे, आपके डिफरेंट एरियाज ऑफ क्लिनिक पे भी टच होंगे, एंड 100% elimination is almost impossible even with strong great ventilation. So guys, best saying that while doing a aerosol intraoperative procedure is, पहला रबर डैम लगाया, दूसरा हाई वैक्यूम सक्शन यूज करा, तो ऑलमोस्ट रिमूव हो जाएगा रबर डैम में. अगर आपने एक्स्ट्रा ओरल सक्शन यूज कर लिया या फिर आई शेयर अ वीडियो, वो उस तरीके से बना लिया, इफ इट वर्क्स एज शेयर्ड इन द वीडियो, then it would be great. और साथ में हेपा लगा लो, गुड वेंटिलेशन करो, दे आर ऑल एड ऑन्स. जितना टेक केयर, जितने प्रिकॉशन, जितने चीजें आप लगाओ, it will help. Guys, we have spent lot on different equipments in a dental clinic. If we need to spend a little more, guys, spend it, but it's always safe. I'll say for the passionate dentists who are working, just add few inventory, okay, so that you are sure enough and safe enough to practice in this pandemic. Very thin plastic sheets are available nowadays, just like patient drapes. We can dispose it off after reviewing patient. Yeah, plastic sheets are available, 50 rupees का patient drape भी है. तो what I've been calculating a lot of things. Okay, if we add a pair of glove, हेड कैप, माउथ मास्क, शू कवर, आप कितना भी ये चीज ऐड कर लो ना, आपका पर सिटिंग में 100 to 150 रुपीज से ज्यादा नहीं जाएगा. तो अगर कोई सर्जिकल प्रोसीजर है तो एक सिटिंग में हो जाएगा, अगर कोई रूट कैनाल का प्रोसीजर है मैक्सिमम 3 से 4 सिटिंग में होगा. तो मुश्किल से 500 रुपए या हद से हद 1000 रुपए का इन्वेंट्री बढ़ रहा है पेशेंट पे जो हमें ऐड करना है. तो आई डोंट थिंक सो वी शुड बी afraid enough की avoiding these disposables giving to the patient. So ज्यादा चार्जेस बढ़ नहीं रहा है. आप चाहे कंसल्टेशन मिनिमल रखो, बट अपने प्रोसीजर में ऐड कर दो. अगर कंसल्टेशन में सिर्फ कंसल्टेशन है 100 रुपीज ऐड कर दो, दैट्स इट. आई डोंट थिंक सो इट वुड बी डिफिकल्ट. ओके, हाँ, क्वालिटी ऑफ प्रोसीजर बढ़ रहा है, उसके लिए यू शुड हैव अ स्टैंडर्ड फी which you need to take for all your procedures. That is must. That I always follow. Charge good when you're doing good. और वो चार्जेस ज्यादा लेने का ना, आप जो पीपी किट से नहीं आएगा, आप जो प्रोसीजर परफॉर्म करोगे, जो क्वालिटी ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट आएगा, उससे आपको कॉन्फिडेंस आएगा अच्छा चार्ज करने का. rather than 4-5 इक्विपमेंट लेने से आप चार्ज भी करोगे, इट वोंट बी विजिबल. ओके, हाँ, बट इफ यू आर श्योर इनफ यू आर डूइंग ग्रेट वर्क, following quality work, good skills, and then comes the role of the different equipments which you're using, then you charge whatever you want. Give a great service, then do. For emergency treatment, can we use micromotor and contra-angle handpiece with external cooling? Yeah, Dr. Abhishek, we can use, definitely we can use micromotor contra-angle. What I'll share a screenshot in this virtual clinical dentistry group only, in which we have a rotary handpiece which is high speed, which has torque control, which we can use if you want to avoid I'll say air rotor and you are focusing on micromotor. तो micromotor अगर यूज कर रहे हो तो दो चीज है, एक लैच वाला होता है, एक पुश बटन वाला होता है। पुश बटन वाला प्रेफर करना, उसमें बर्न वाइब्रेट कम करता है। और दूसरा, अगर आपको एयर रोटर बिल्कुल ही अवॉइड करना है तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, आई शेयर अ स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ अ रोटरी हैंड पीस which works on a high speed and torque, which you can use instead of a screenshot on this virtual case discussion, virtual clinical dentistry page. Okay, don't worry. Care to be taken immediately post treatment. नाउ ये सारा हमने केयर कर लिया, हेपा फिल्टर लगा लिया, हाई वैक्यूम सक्शन ले लिया, एक्सटर्नल सक्शन ले लिया, वेंटिलेशन अच्छा कर लिया, ओके। बट ना, ये सारी चीज जो भी हम इंस्ट्रक्शंस फॉलो कर रहे हैं, पर लॉजिकली ऑल्सो अप्लाई इन योर ऑपरेटरी, बिकॉज सारे इंस्ट्रक्शंस जो दे रहे हैं कॉमन ऑपरेटरी को माइंड में रखते हुए कर रहे हैं। बट आपका ऑपरेटरी कैसा है, आपका रिसेप्शन कैसा है, आपका वेंटिलेशन कैसा है, क्या पॉसिबल है ये सारी चीज फॉलो करना? अगर एक स्टेप पॉसिबल नहीं है तो दूसरा स्टेप आप कैसे फॉलो करोगे? ये सारे आपके क्लिनिक के जो आर्किटेक्चरिंग है, जो आपका चेयर का पोजीशनिंग है, उस पर डिपेंड करेगा। बट द बेसिक फंडा इज सिंपल: कंट्रोल द एरोजोल देन एंड देयर क्लोज टू द माउथ विद द हेल्प ऑफ high vacuum suction, external suction. That's it. And followed by other contamination का prevention by HEPA filter. Now, intraoral operatory trach care होने के बाद, for example, your procedure is done. Now, what is very important to be noticed, care to be taken immediately post treatment. जैसे ही आपका ट्रीटमेंट हुआ, आपने रबर डायफ्रीट हटाया, पेशेंट को सक्शन करा, you have to ask the patient to put the mask again. Simple. सबसे पहले इंस्ट्रक्शन पेशेंट को देंगे कि आप सक्शन करने के बाद आप अपना मास्क पहन लीजिए, दैट्स इट. नाउ यू कैन सैनिटाइज द पेशेंट हैंड विद द ग्लव्स अगेन and ask the patient to sit for the prescription. Okay, in that meantime you can wash your gloves hand, followed by sanitize your glove hands. If you want to remove, you can remove your gloves hand and wash it again, and wear a new pair of gloves if you want to. And then it's very important, you should not remove your mask, बिकॉज वी डेंटिस्ट हैव अ हैबिट, जैसी प्रोसीजर हुआ, क्योंकि सफोकेशन होता है, वी टेंड टू रिमूव द मास्क इमीडिएटली बिकॉज वी आर इन द ऑपरेटरी इटसेल्फ. जब हम ऑपरेटरी में अपने को मास्क नहीं रिमूव करना है, क्योंकि जो एरोजोल्स जनरेट हुए हैं, जो एटलीस्ट 5% भी एरोजोल्स बन गए हैं आपने अपने प्रिकॉशंस लेने के बाद भी, वो अभी एयर में है. और जैसे ही आप मास्क हटाओगे, वो एयर आप इनहेल करोगे, आप सेल्फ कंटेमिनेट हो जाओगे. तो फायदा क्या होगा उस चीज का, इतना प्रिकॉशंस लेने का? तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Ask the patient to go in the reception area or in your consultation room. You can go into your consultation room and give the prescription, if possible, digital prescription, and leave the operatory for 15 minutes. Very, very, very important. Why leave the operatory for 15 minutes empty? इस 15 मिनट्स में क्या होगा, सारे जो एरोजोल्स होंगे वो सेटल डाउन हो जाएंगे. जब वो सेटल डाउन होंगे, जहां उनको फॉलोअप होना है वहां फॉलोअप होंगे, एंड देन योर असिस्टेंट कैन कम, मॉप द फ्लोर, मॉप द चेयर विथ 1% hypochlorite, and after mopping do one more mopping with isopropyl alcohol. That's it. And then you can wait for 15 to 20 minutes again. जब ये सारा चीज हो रहा है, इस टाइम वेंटिलेशन का रोल ज्यादा प्ले करेगा. वेंटिलेशन भी अच्छा हो, हेपा फिल्टर ऑन हो. अगर वेंटिलेशन नहीं हो सकता, मॉपिंग हो, देन यू कैन रिकॉल योर पेशेंट. एंड गाइज, व्हाट यू फील इज द ऑप्टिमम टाइम फॉर रिकॉलिंग द नेक्स्ट पेशेंट आफ्टर वन प्रोसीजर इज डन? आई वांट द आंसर्स इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. व्हाट यू फील is the right optimum time to call the next patient if the next patient is waiting, obviously at his home? What is the right time to call after one procedure is done? 15 मिनट तो आपको एरोजोल्स को सेटल होने के लिए वेट करना पड़ेगा. एक बहुत बड़ा आर्टिकल दे रखा है एरोजोल्स के ऊपर. इफ यू सर्च इन द गूगल, और आई कैन शेयर इफ यू वांट, ओके, राइट इन द चैट बॉक्स, आई विल शेयर. उस आर्टिकल्स में सिर्फ एरोजोल कंट्रोल्स के बारे में दे रखा है, और वो अभी का आर्टिकल नहीं, इट इज 7-8 years old article. That time also people were aware, but now being in a pandemic situation, everybody is aware now. So guys, 3 feet around the chair is very sensitive area for the aerosol. It will take 15 minutes to, yeah, definitely, very rightly said. मैं तो कहूंगा पूरा ऑपरेटरी मॉप कर लो 3 फीट के अलावा जितना हो सकता है. 30 minutes, okay. Surface mopping by hypo, leave it on a floor for 10 minutes, very good. And mop it, yes. तो जिस भी फॉर्म में आपका हाइपो है, उसको आप जहां जहां आपको क्लीन करना है उसको लीव करो, मॉप करो, फिर चाहे चेयर को फिर से आइसोप्रोपाइल अल्कोहल से भी कर सकते हो. 30 minutes is okay. So in this I would like to add one point. अगर आपके पास हेपा फिल्टर नहीं है और आपने एरोजोल्स का प्रोसीजर अप्लाई करा, तो यू नीड टू वेट फॉर एटलीस्ट 40 मिनट्स, बिकॉज हेपा फिल्टर नहीं है तो वेंटिलेशन अच्छा होना चाहिए. तो वेंटिलेशन में जब क्रॉस वेंटिलेशन होगा, जो आपने टेबल जो आपने वॉल सीलिंग फैन लगाया, पेडेस्ट्रियल फैन लगाया, और जो एयर को बाहर की तरफ डाइवर्ट कर रहा है विद द हेल्प ऑफ एग्जॉस्ट और योर ओपन डोर्स एंड विंडोज, तो इट टेक्स मोर टाइम. फॉर दैट यू हैव टू वेट मोर. इफ यू आर यूजिंग अ HEPA filter, yeah, 30 minutes would be good enough. So very rightly said by Dr. Satish, surface mopping with 1% hypochlorite, at least 3 feet, if possible more, and very important, leave it for 10 minutes and then mop. तो ये सारी चीज करते हो आधा घंटा तो लगेगा ही guys. And then you can recall your patient following the same protocols then and there. So these were the things which you need to take care. So now after mopping of the chair, floor, operatory, and for the doctor, okay, who has been performing the procedure at least for 45 to 6 minutes by wearing that mask, he can remove the mask by going to his room or changing the room or going to an open air to breathe, guys. Because if we wear our mask for longer duration, we are inhaling the CO2 again and again, which we are exhaling. So you won't have a rich supply of oxygen, hypoxia hoga, hypercapnia hoga. Ultimately, the the sufferer would be the doctor itself. So guys, one more take care is always when you want to remove the mask, go into the fresh air. Okay? And try to inhale as much fresh oxygen as possible. Very very important. तो गाइज अपना ध्यान ऐसे रखना है, ऑपरेटरी में मास्क नहीं हटाने का है. मास्क हटाने हैं तो किसी और रूम में, किसी और ऐसे आउटसाइड एरिया में कहीं भी, या फिर दूसरे सेक्शन में, so that you are sure enough you don't inhale the same air. And obviously I'll recommend to remove in a place so that you can exhale good oxygen again. ठीक है. So rightly answered. Next patient should be called at least after 30 to 40 minutes. Yes, yes. UVC lights between the patients with hypo. Yeah. UVC lights. Yeah, I'll be discussing about UV lights. Yeah. What are the benefits and how it will be done? Okay. Aha. UV light is there. Now, very lastly, very important is that now in every patient you have to follow this protocol. Patient करा, patient enter हुआ, उसको क्या instructions दिए, oral rinse करा, rubber dam लगाया, procedure करा, patient गया, between the patient सारा protocol follow करा. Now this is your last patient of the day, and after your last patient the same protocol after the patient you have to follow. Very important, one protocol has been added of fogging. जो हम फॉगर यूज कर रहे हैं या फॉगिंग करेंगे, उसमें हाइड्रोजन पेरोक्साइड को यूज करने को बोला है. तो आप लोग वो यूज कर सकते हो, पर प्रॉब्लम क्या है ये मैं आपको बता देता हूं, जो आपको ध्यान रखना है. प्रॉब्लम क्या है, जो नॉर्मल फॉगर्स अवेलेबल है, एक तो आवाज बहुत करते हैं, चलो कोई नहीं, दैट वी विल बियर, बट वो लॉट ऑफ मॉइस्चर छोड़ देंगे. तो आपका जहां जहां एरिया पे फॉगिंग होगी वहां मॉइस्चर रह जाएगा. और ये H2O2 है ना, इट इज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग कोरोसिव एजेंट ऑल्सो, ऑक्सीडेंट है. तो जो भी आपके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पार्ट्स हैं वो कोरोड होने लग जाएंगे. तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पार्ट्स को सेव करो, मेटल पार्ट्स भी कोरोड होंगे. और जो आपका ऐसे जो प्लास्टिक्स है या पेंट्स हो रखा है जहां जहां, वहां इट विल द ब्राइटनेस ऑफ द ऐसे कवरिंग वुड बी रिड्यूस, वो डल हो जाएगा. तो इसका एक ऑल्टरनेटिव है, इफ यू वांट टू यूज अ फॉगर, you can use a dry fogger which produce sound waves, or the mechanism of action is in terms of these waves breaking the particles and coming into the action. तो वो आवाज भी कम करता है और मॉइस्चर भी प्रोड्यूस नहीं करता. तो मॉपिंग करने की जरूरत नहीं है। तो फॉगिंग जैसा अगर किसी को यूज करना है, ही कैन यूज इन दिस वे। ठीक है। नाउ या यूवी लाइट, हाँ यूवी लाइट में आपको समझना जरूरी है कि तीन टाइप यूवी ए बी सी होता है। तो सी यूवी सी लाइट्स आर द लाइट्स विच हैव टू बी यूज्ड इन टू वेज। इधर एक ट्रॉली आप ले सकते हो या फिर यूवी सी लाइट्स की ट्यूब लाइट्स आती है वो आप यूज कर सकते हो। ठीक है। हाउ दे वर्क, देज आर द शॉर्ट वेवलेंथ यूवीसी लाइट्स। ओके, लगभग 100 टू समवेयर अराउंड 200 के आसपास इसका वेवलेंथ है। तो जब वेवलेंथ शॉर्ट होती है तो हाई एनर्जी होती है। शॉर्ट वेवलेंथ हैज हाई पेनिट्रेटिंग पावर। तो इनकी एनर्जी बहुत हाई होती है, और जहां ये लाइट पड़ेगी वायरसेस बैक्टीरिया पे, वो एक्ट करेगी इनके डीएनए पे, इनके आरएनए पे, और न्यूक्लिक एसिड को ब्रेक करेगी, एंड फॉलोड बाय जो आपके माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, दे विल नॉट बी एबल टू रिप्रोड्यूस एंड दे विल डाई। दिस इज द सिंपल फंडा ऑफ यूवी लाइट। और आई से यूवी सी लाइट एज मेंशन बाय डॉक्टर सतीश। यूवी सी लाइट का पर आपको एक चीज का ध्यान रखना है, इफ यू आर यूजिंग अ ट्रॉली और you are using tube lights, one thing which you need to take care is that when you use these UVC lights, area which you need to sterilize should be in direct contact or in a direct basically the light जो है ना उस पर डायरेक्टली पड़नी चाहिए। क्योंकि अगर कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट यूवी लाइट के बीच में आ गया तो जो उसके नीचे है या फिर उसके बगल में उस एरिया पे यूवी लाइट नहीं पड़ेगी, और इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ यूवीसी लाइट्स नहीं होगी। तो ऑल द एरियाज वेयर यू नीड टू फोकस the UV light to fall, it should be open enough, or I'll say you can put UV tube lights or UV bulbs in different directions, जैसे हर डायरेक्शन से कहीं ना कहीं यूवीसी लाइट चले जाए। तो यूवीसी लाइट्स का सिंपल सा फंडा है, इफ यू वांट टू यूज, उसका ट्रॉली आता है, अब यूवी बल्ब भी आने लग जाएंगे, यूवी ट्यूबलाइट्स भी आती हैं। आई डोंट नो अबाउट द अवेलेबिलिटी, बट दिस फॉगिंग का मैंने आपसे डिस्कस कर लिया गाइस। एंड नाउ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट गाइस, आर यू अवेयर ऑफ द डाइल्यूशन? क्योंकि नॉर्मली हम अपने रूट कैनाल में हाइपो यूज कर रहे हैं, तो टू वेज आर देयर, either you dilute from that hypo bottle, or we are also getting 10% sodium hypochlorite ka cans. But I just want to know, enter in the comment box how you guys are diluting, because ये dilution का भी ना रेशियो थोड़ा बिगड़ रहा है, because we are following our dilution protocols, and what I felt कि the dilution has become little more diluted. It should be perfectly 1% hypo. Okay, अगर ज्यादा डाइल्यूट होगा जाहिर सी बात है एफिकेसी कम होगा, अगर वो ज्यादा कंसंट्रेशन होगा तो प्रॉब्लम है कि उसका जो एक्शन है इतना ज्यादा एक्टिव होगा कि वो चीजों को डिस्ट्रॉय भी कर देगा। तो गाइस, व्हाट आर द डाइल्यूशन? फॉर एग्जांपल, आप यूज कर रहे हो 10% सोडियम हाइपोक्लोराइड का, आपने कैन लिया, आप उसको 1% में कन्वर्ट कर रहे हो। व्हाट आर द डाइल्यूशन प्रोटोकॉल्स यू आर फॉलोइंग so that I can check it out whether the dilution which you are doing is right or not. Because जो वॉल्यूम आप प्रिपेयर कर रहे हो वो ओवर डाइल्यूट कर रहे हो या अंडर डाइल्यूट कर रहे हो, इट शुड बी राइटली डाइल्यूटेड। I just want answers in the comment box so that I can add on it. And anything, guys, any small things, if you feel you want to ask in this Q&A sessions, or any step you feel you are in doubt how to take the next step, you can write in the comment box. I'm waiting. So guys, I want you to mention in the comment box what are the things, what are the dilution you are following. For example, you are diluting 10% sodium hypochlorite to 1%. What are the protocols? What is the dilution ratio you are following? So that I can add on it, or I can see you are following in a right way. 1 ml hypo, 9 ml water. 100 ml in 1 liter. Yeah. Yeah. हाँ. So I would like to add something. Dr. Satish, for example, we are making a 1 liter solution. It is very important. जो हम डाइल्यूशन कर रहे हैं ना वो कंप्लीट 1 लीटर होना चाहिए. जैसे कि इफ यू आर मेकिंग 10 ml एज पर डॉक्टर अभिषेक या वेरी राइटली सेड, इफ यू डू मेक 1%, 1 ml हाइपो होगा तो 9 ml वाटर होगा. तो अगर हम फॉर एग्जाम्पल 10% को बना रहे हैं तो क्या होगा, 100 ml आपका वो होगा 10%, और 900 ml होगा जो भी आपका डिस्टिल वाटर है या जो भी आप जो यूज कर रहे हो, आप डिस्टिल वाटर है, आरओ वाटर है, कुछ भी हो, दैट इज द टोटल volume should be 1 liter only. If you are making a solution of 1 liter, it should not be like that कि 100 ml हमने लिया सोडियम हाइपोक्लोराइड और 1 लीटर लिया पानी, तो आपने ओवर डाइल्यूट कर लिया, बिकॉज यू आर मेकिंग अ कंसेंट्रेशन ऑफ 1.1 लीटर. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज सबने 1% तो बोल दिया, डाइल्यूशन आपको मिल नहीं रहा है, तो यू हैव टू मेक द राइट कंसेंट्रेशन. या तो 100 ml of 10% sodium hypochlorite, add in 900 ml of water, it will make 1 liter, and in this 1 liter you are making 1% of sodium hypochlorite. Very similarly, those who are using 5% sodium hypochlorite to make a 1 liter solution, they have to add 200 ml of sodium hypochlorite with 800 ml of water. The I'll say the formula is very simple. The amount of solution you are making should be equal when you add the concentrated solution and the dilution solution. That is total 1 liter बनना चाहिए. That's it. 2 ml or 5% hypo. हाँ ठीक है. या वेरी नाइसली मेंशन. अगर 2 ml ऑफ 5% हाइपोक्लोराइड डाल रहे हैं 998 ml में, इट मेक्स 0.01. या सो 0.0 add less. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think the dilution is much clearer. Ki we have to make a complete solution with both the solution which we are making, दो concentrated है, और जो dilution vehicle है जैसे कि water और distilled water, whatever you are using, should both when added should be 1 liter. Very simple. The which I wanted to share. लॉगिंग क्लियर है कि अगर आप SO2 का यूज करोगे तो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक आइटम्स को बचाओगे, मॉइस्चर बनेगा तो मॉप करना पड़ेगा. तो इफ यू आर प्लानिंग टू यूज अ फॉगर, यूज अ ड्राई फॉगर. अगर आप हेपा फिल्टर यूज कर रहे हो तो आपको अगर वेंटिलेशन नहीं है क्लिनिक पे तब भी वो काम करेगा. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. When you leave the when you are in the operatory, never remove your mask. If you want to remove your mask, go outside your operatory. So depending upon your clinic, it will work like that. So I think after focusing on small things again and again, at least since 1 week, all sessions directly or indirectly related to situation, I think we must have got a clear guidelines which we can follow according to our practice scenario. It's very important. Okay, common, but we have guidelines but our practice rather than subtract new guidelines so that we practice safe. So I think things are more crystal clear by the basic learnings or sessions, not only by me but so many practitioners. I just try to add my knowledge which I have gained by listening to a lot of practitioners or looking into articles or videos, and then I make a summarized view following protocols. Passionate dentist will and okay. I think you can share so everybody can be sharing सक्शन जो हम लोग बना सकते हैं अपने नॉर्मल वैक्यूम सक्शन से, I'll just search and share. And second thing, I'll share the motor driven instrument which we can use at a high speed with good torque also if you don't want to use a air rotor. उन दोनों के अभी मैं शेयरिंग आपको वो इसी ग्रुप में शेयर कर लूंगा. I'll be also it to use not only to protect but also to make it a habit in our routine practice. So as we have evolved, now our dentistry is also evolving. So guys, be smart, stay smart, and work smart. This is my last saying. So we'll continue with the sessions next week and we'll be back to our clinical topics. And tooth whitening is the topic which has been planned by me, as has been requested by one of our attendees of our session. So guys, get ready for Tuesday. We'll be back with our sessions. Until that, just prepare your list, posters, everything according to your operatory, and just start your practice. Okay. And it's very important. See, according to your medical condition, your health, you can practice alternate day or few hours a day or twice a week, whatever feasible it is. Okay. So guys, modify your practice according to your need, and small steps about mask, your good oxygen inhalation, and good immunity buildups you can follow and stay healthy. So guys, bye bye. Take care. Have a great practice ahead, and thank you so much for being throughout the session active and love the energy, guys. Bye bye. Thank you.